Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Alternate Point of View. My name is Tracy Lee. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. As always, I'm super excited. The channel is growing. I'm super excited that the shorts are growing. I wish the videos were getting more views, but I know that's going to come, you guys. But again, don't forget to become a member. There are memberships out there. But hey, let's get to this video, y'all. I just want to say, I am going to give you a huge example today of the difference between premeditated and accidental. Because I learned this myself firsthand, and I swear it was not premeditated. Or was it? And how did I learn this myself? By my own hands, with my own experience. And when they say that the perpetrator always returns to the scene, that is the truth. Because, you guys, I have a confession to make. Yes, I have a confession to make. Yesterday, I accidentally, or did I, premeditatedly took a poor, innocent baby bird's life, which I do believe it possibly was 2 baby birds. So here's what happened, y'all. So there has been this nest. Okay, let me start from the beginning. I am now working full time. As y'all know, I'm not making as many videos. So yesterday was my day off, and I had pre-planned this day. I had planned on cleaning my house because my house looks like my laundry room vomited everywhere. So I was like, I'm going to clean my house. So this was a pre-planned day, pre-planned event. I had premeditated this event. And along with this day, I have also needed to clean my front porch and my back patio. Well, that being said, we have had birds. Y'all, it is like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. And I just want you also to know that I am a very fearful person of birds. I don't like them, okay? Not that I dislike them so much that I would go and take their lives. No, not that. But I don't like birds, y'all. I'm very afraid of birds. They freak me the heck out, okay? Also, they're loud and annoying. Okay, but let's go on. So, there is a bird's nest on my front porch, and it was on the light above my porch. And this bird nest has been there for quite some time. Now, I have told my husband over and over to get rid of this dang nest. And he was like, I can't get rid of the nest because there's baby birds in the nest. And I was like, well, move the nest. And he wouldn't do it. Well, finally, I saw that these baby birds were gone, that there was one deceased on my front porch. And so now the baby birds must be gone, right? And I also saw one that was petrified hanging out of the nest. Like, okay. So I was like, surely they're gone. So yesterday, as I'm cleaning the house, because this was something that I planned to do, I decided to remove the nest myself. Well, as I removed the nest, what comes out of the nest? Live babies. Yes, yes, live babies. So, of course, I am freaking out and thinking, oh my gosh, I have now taken the lives of baby birds. This is a pure accident, y'all. I did not mean to take the lives of baby birds, but they're still alive. So I think, okay, I can still save these baby birds. This is an accident. I did not mean to destroy their home and take their lives. So I'm trying to piece together this baby nest, and I'm going to take it to another tree somewhere around my yard so the mama can find the babies. So I scoop up the babies and what's left of their nest, and I take it over to another tree, and they're still breathing. And one of the babies is like going crazy, and I'm freaking out because they're birds. And this baby is like very energetic, and the other baby's like, okay, maybe I'm alive, maybe I'm not, I don't know, but I'm trying to stroke it and hope it lives. And the other baby's freaking out, and I'm getting it to the tree, okay? And this baby, I get it up to the tree, and what happens? What happens, y'all? the very energetic crazy baby jumps out of the nest and breaks its neck. Y'all, I can't make this up. But that's what happened. So, I, of course, am praying to God for forgiveness because now I have taken the lives of 2 baby birds because this other baby bird is not good. And I know it's not going to live. It's barely hanging on. The other baby bird has committed suicide. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that on YouTube, but it's taken its own life. And I have a funeral service for this baby bird. I bury it in the yard. Of course, because that's what a life taker would do, right? They would hide the evidence, right? The first thing they would do, they wouldn't call the police. They wouldn't call for help. No, they're going to hide the evidence. They're going to hide the body. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did because I knew I was wrong for what I was doing. I took down their home, I took their lives, and then I hid them in the ground. That's exactly what the majority of our cases that we do, that's what these people do. Oh my gosh, they take it to the whole other level, and it's exactly what I did. Human nature, y'all. So all the times that we're watching these trials or we're watching these cases, I did exactly what these people did. So whenever people are like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that these people did that, believe it. Believe it. I've said it so many times that every single person, every single human has the capability to do these things. And you would think it's just a baby bird. No, this can happen. I did it. And I say it was an accident, but was it? I pre-planned my day, y'all. I pre-planned to clean my house. I pre-planned to move that nest and take it down. And I knew the consequences of my actions could possibly mean that there could be live babies in that nest, much like when we are talking about the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf situation, when people are saying, no, it can't be premeditated because he didn't plan it, but he knew that his actions could possibly take the life of another person. Bam. There you go, you guys. Ding, ding, ding. And he ran, much like human nature has you do. The first thing I did was want to hide my evidence. I didn't want the other birds to know what I had done. Y'all, this is life. This is what happens. It was accidental, but was it? I pre-planned everything, but I didn't plan on taking a baby bird's life. But that's what ended up happening. Much like people are like, I planned on going to drink at the bar that night, but I didn't plan on taking somebody's life. But that's what happened. You knew, but for your actions, somebody's life would not be taken. Bam. So, y'all, that is a crazy, convoluted explanation that seems stupid and just minimal to some people. But that is an example of first degree, accidental, what have you. Where is the line? So that may seem nuts. And I'll tell you right now, y'all, the birds are coming after me. I woke up this morning and we have those statue owls sitting everywhere, and those birds just hang out with that statue owl. They're just sitting right there by it. Don't care. They don't care. There's nests all over my carport everywhere. So anyway, just so you know, those birds are coming after. They're protesting outside of my house because they know what I did. Even though I put a little rock tombstone on that little bird's grave, but that's the point. I did go back to the scene. That's another thing. I went back to the scene to check on that other bird, and it's not there. It's gone. It's passed away. But the perpetrator always goes back to the crime scene. See? They don't go far. They stay right there. So, y'all, whether or not, so when we're talking about premeditation, it does not mean you have to plot it and plan it and all of those things. I did not plot and plan to do what happened yesterday, but that's what happened. It was a weird, freaky, crazy accident, but I knew that what my actions could possibly, so it sounds crazy to compare it to a bird in a nest and all of this stuff, but that's a scenario. Okay. And that was my scenario yesterday. And it seems comical, but it's not. So look at these situations of what people do and look at the steps that I took. I mean, I literally buried a baby bird. Okay. So that's what people do. When they do something that extreme, their first thoughts are, how can I get out of this situation? What can I do to cover up what I just did? Because mine was sheer horrific feeling of what I did to another being that God made. Other people are like, holy crap, how can I not get caught? I mean, obviously, I was also like, oh my gosh, God can see this, and these other birds can see this. Where's the mama bird? Because I always think when there's a baby, there's a mama. And I'm very protective of my kids. So what the heck? Right? So, yes. And when I see baby snakes, I'm the same way. Where there's a baby, there's a mama. So, yes, this is what I'm talking about. When you do something bad, right, your conscience is there. So people do have a conscience somewhat, whether it's guilty or whether it's, selfish, I don't know, whatever speaking to them, but it makes people do things that they would not normally do, or they're just pure evil. Anyway, I hope that helps break it down in a way that maybe you'll start thinking about little things you do every day. And see what people are doing in these bigger situations that are actually costing people actual real human lives and costing them their actual lives and their family their lives. So, yeah, there you go. Premeditated or accidental or self-defense. I mean, obviously mine was not self-defense, or could it be? I mean, those birds are driving me crazy. They are making me nuts. They are loud. They are annoying. They are pooping all over everything. I mean, there's only so much one person can take, right? I mean, how dare they? It could be like that battered spouse deal where they're just like pushing me to the point. Kidding. Just kidding. But am I? I mean, these are the kind of defenses that we're hearing about, you guys. So I'm just saying. Is it crazy for me to compare something so small? Is it that small? Anyway, I just thought that that would be something that I would share because that was the first thing I thought of when that happened to me yesterday, was what a horrible person I was and what a situation. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next video. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you later.